Hello and welcome to Challenge 6 of Chapter 4, Bookish. This is a callback function challenge with data fetching using an API that can receive a callback function for progress simulation and a genre. You will create a child component that will use a callback function to update the parent data selected books list. Note, I will set this challenge in two parts. One will be to create the API and 2 will be to use the provided API or your own API to complete the rest of the challenge. Both parts are detailed in the requirements, which I will show at the end and also provide a requirements document for. Okay, let's take a look at the code in action. And here you see a title, an input for genre, a Show Books button, a selected book section and a summary section for the number of genres viewed and the number of books selected. Now, when I select a genre, I want you to note what happens to the genre select, the Show Books button, and look for a progress bar at the bottom. Are you ready? I will select the biography genre. Did you notice what happened? The genre select and button were disabled while the progress bar was displayed and then enabled and the progress bar hidden. So now the books for genre biography are now loaded. I click Show Books to display the books in that genre. By default, I am only loading 16 in any genre. The Show Books now becomes Hide Books. Next, I click on Bible to select it. Below the list of books, in the Selected Books section, you see the book selected with a 1 suffix to show one copy selected. I click the same book again. Note that it now has 2 rather than having 2 items. I click the Hide Books button and it reverts to Show Books and hides the display of books. Note in the bottom summary section it now shows genres viewed, 1 and number of unique books selected, 1, and total number of books 2. Next, I will click Genre Science_Fiction. Click Show Books. Choose a Dracula. Hide Books. Note the selected books and the counts. I choose Genre Fantasy. I click Show Books. I choose The Prince. I click Hide Books. Note that we now have a mystery prize in the selected books list. This happens because we have 3 or more unique genres viewed and 3 or more unique books selected. Okay, and that is the challenge. Let's take a look at the objective and part A of the challenges, which is to create the API. Briefly, the objective here is to create a books component to select load by genre with child component that will use a callback function to update the parent data selected books list. Of course, there's more in the detail. But I am not going to repeat that verbatim here. You have the slide, and I will have a handout with the requirements. The first part is to create the API. It's not too complex as we have covered APIs and done much of this already. The progress bar might be a little tricky. If you are concerned about this, I will provide a link to the completed API file that can be used with Part B of the challenge. Okay, a quick look at the slide for Part B. Here the requirements are split between parent and child components. As you can see, I have broken this down into a number of smaller requirements. If you are unclear on anything, take a look at the demo in this video. That's what you have to recreate. So go ahead and give this a try and I will cover my solution in a later video. See you there.